Hi, I'm Nate Eppler, playwright in residence for Nashville Repertory Theater, and I'm here to tell you it takes a lot of bad writing to get to a little bit of good writing. When you think about it, artists are known just as much by what they don't make. Artists rewrite, they make changes, they paint over, they tear apart, set stuff on fire, throw it into the ocean, shoot it with like tiny little lasers in order to rebuild, remake, and transform. No writing is ever lost. It might be a mess, but it's a necessary mess. The most important elements of our work aren't always quantifiable. There's a lot that you don't see that leads to the magic you do see live on stage. And so I want to thank patrons like you for allowing me and the other artists of the Nashville Rep Ingram New Works Project the opportunity to work out all the bad stuff on the way to making the stuff that's good. So I thought I would share with you a list of all the art you didn't support. While I was making plays with Nashville Rep, like The Ice Treatment and Primary User, plays that went on to successful production and awards, there was a lot of stuff that didn't make it past the idea stage. And I wrote all of them in this Notes app. So here are just a few of the things we didn't make together. A one-woman show in 5 acts about the purgatory of automated customer service, but also a little bit about self-reliance, and the main character has to learn to love and live again. A play about the invention of the pencil. Well, look it up. I mean, it's more exciting than you think it is, but it's still, it is about pencils. A play about a man who falls in love with a forest ranger who isn't really a forest ranger, but that's okay because the man in love is really just three raccoons in a trench coat. A play about two TJ Maxx home goods employees who are kidnapped by a popular dystopian future reality competition show where contestants are forced to create the most uplifting saying to stitch onto a pillow, or they're put to death. A show about the imaginary friend of an imaginary friend who doesn't believe in himself. And then after that, it just says Pixar vibes plus weird sex stuff. A Bad News Bears style take on MMA fighting called Lil Knuckles. Actually, that one's kind of good. We might still make that one. An unconventional priest and a by the book nun try to save their elementary school from being shut down by big city developers, and also she gets tuberculosis. You know what? This is just the bells of St. Mary's. Sorry, y'all. I don't know how this balloon family at a needle factory. Computer scientists create a sentient program, Digital Resurrection, that writes just like Hemingway, but the program grows increasingly depressed and they reboot it over and over again, but he keeps committing suicide by tweet. I mean, yes, that's interesting, but where's the conflict? DuckTales, but a play. An introvert plumber gets lost and discovers an ancient civilization under a water park, and he can't swim or something, and he has to learn to love and live again. A grieving pet owner 3D prints a replacement dog, but the instructions are accidentally more Cujo than Lassie. You know what? Scratch that. We're writing this one. A woman on vacation in Baltimore falls in love with the Edgar Allan Poe statue. They have a whirlwind romance until her ex shows up, the Edgar Allan Poe statue from Boston. Trouble ensues, and they try the group thing, but it's tough enough to just love one statue, let alone two statues. And the Edgar Allan Poe statue from Virginia is not in this play. Bear Detective. And that's all it says. There's no other notes. So I'm not sure if that's human detective bear crimes or bear detective human crimes, but either way, thank you for helping me not make it. A retro gumball machine in a thrift shop grants sticky wishes. A cursed zoo traps a squad of underachieving fifth graders and their ex-con student teacher. And then under that it says, eaten by ghost zebras. Midwest Tournament of Death. Two legal eagle space lawyers get caught up in an intergalactic legal struggle when aliens return to Earth and sue humanity for damages and unpaid rent. A Christmas play where Scrooge just keeps traveling farther and farther into the future, eventually becoming a Mad Max style warlord who brutally forces his kingdom to celebrate Christmas every day. A family in a living room with a second act secret and no clear source of income to justify living in a house this big. And also there's some dramatic yelling, and in the end, they all learn to love and to live again. Your support and encouragement make half-baked ideas like those impossible. So thank you for not supporting them. But thank you for giving us the time and the space to take the big swings, to make big mistakes, to rewrite, rebuild, and make a lot of necessary messes on the way to making the extraordinary and vibrant art our program is known for. With your continued support, I think we can all look forward to the art we won't make together.